Hello, guys, and welcome back to my channel here. I'm Zoe's Universe, of course, and welcome to another gaming news video here. And I also hope you liked the new channel intro, by the way. Yeah, I finally got it done. Finally got around to finally getting a YouTube intro and outro put together, and now that's finally there for now we can finally feel like an actual proper we can finally start progressing, which is what I like to see, and hopefully you guys like it. I mean, I actually kind of dig it, to be honest. It's so cool. Um anyway, moving on to the news at hand. There's quite a lot of there's quite a bit more stuff going on in terms of gaming news, and particularly first things first, we might be seeing, and I say might as in this could happen pretty damn soon, depending on how soon this is. Essentially, there are now reports talking about the fact that Valorant, which by the way is a PC FPS game that's been huge on PC for the last year or so. I think it's been nearly a year or two since it's been out on PC. Well, it's now possibly going to be having a beta coming for console players, and obviously they specifically mentioned the PS5 as the potential console that may be getting the first beta for Valorant, which is a bit of a surprise because considering the fact that Riot Games have been partnering with Xbox Game Pass to bring their characters for free with PC Game Pass, so you would think that Xbox would have been the first to get it, but it looks like PS5 might be getting the beta before Xbox, before Microsoft. Um, so yeah, obviously reading here, you can see that they mentioned it looks like a PS5 beta is scheduled to be held in the near future if the Riot Games job advertisement is anything to go by. Valorant has not officially been announced for console, but has been hinted at multiple times over the last few years, which, yes, that is true. There's been a lot of job listings that do hint towards the fact that they're getting ready to do getting ready to make Valorant for console. But then, of course, they talk about the fact that there's a job ad that's in question, which I'll leave a link to this post if you want to see it. I obviously don't want to show that, obviously, for reasons, obviously. In question was published very recently, specifically seeking candidates for a role for an assistant console playtest analysis. Previous job descriptions and leaks have mentioned consoles. This is the first time we've seen playtests being mentioned anywhere. Fans have been taking this to mean that Valorant has indeed been in development for the PS5 and Series X and S and is ready for beta testing. So maybe, who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But then obviously the description of the thing says, as an associate console playtest analysis on the game analysis team, you will focus on validating tests for the upcoming gameplay experiences for Valorant. One of the requirements is the candidates who have played console first-person shooters at the professional level. So that's pretty interesting that they're getting people to test this already, considering we haven't had an announcement of Valorant coming to console yet. But then, of course, they go on to say, as far as when we can expect to see Valorant on console, considering Riot is still hiring playtesters, it's pretty safe to rule out 2023. The earliest fans should expect Valorant on PS5 if it ends up being announced is fall 2024. But we'll continue to cross our fingers for a surprise release sooner than that, hopefully. But I mean, hopefully, who knows? Maybe Riot Games will surprise us and get Valorant out for beta testing for us. Maybe by the time we get to the later half of this year, you never know. They might surprise us for our sakes. But yeah, this, like I said, it's pretty interesting that already we're hearing about the fact that there is now a beta test that's currently in the works for the PS5 and potentially Series X and S for Valorant to be playable on those consoles. Obviously, it's quite clear that it looks like they're moving away from PS4 and Xbox One because obviously I would imagine those hardwares can't run Valorant as much as PS5 and Series X and S can. So it makes sense why they would use the newer consoles rather than the older ones. But But yeah, so it'd be interesting to see if we do get it sooner than 2024. But yeah, let me know in the comment section. What do you reckon? Do you reckon we're going to see a console Valorant release by the end of the year, or do you reckon they will save it till next year to release it alongside maybe the PS5 Pro? Which, funny enough, we're meant to be getting a PS5 Pro. Well, next year is meant to be when the PS5 Pro is meant to be releasing, so we'll have to wait and see if it is going to be out in time for the PS5 Pro if they happen to drop it by the end of next year. But yeah, I just thought it was really interesting that we're now starting to see evidence towards the fact that a beta testing for Valorant could be coming to us very soon, and we might be possibly getting a beta for Valorant for us to try out very soon if Riot Games decides to want to bring their Valorant games to beta tests for us to beta test on console, which I hope that will be sooner rather than later. We'll have to wait and see what happens with Riot Games, considering they haven't really spoke about the console Valorant release at all. So I'm hoping they'll announce that soon, so at least they can make get it out of the way so everyone knows, hey, Valorant's coming to console. But I think many hints have hinted towards that idea anyway, so it's only a matter of time. Anyway, now we move on to the PlayStation blog post because, of course, PlayStation are doing an Essential Picks sale. If you haven't checked out the PlayStation Store yet, then yes, they've got all these games on offer. This is a part of their new sale that's currently active. Also, there's a lot of Assassin's Creeds on sale right now, which is really, really handy if you're looking to play any Assassin's Creeds before the new one comes out in October. There's Batman Arkham Knight. We have we got Borderlands games, some Borderlands games, Borderlands 3 and Borderlands Game of the Year, which is Borderlands 1, by the way. We have also got we've also there's like I said, there's a lot of games here. There's even Crash Bandicoot, Crash Team Racing, Crash Bandicoot 4 are on sale. If you haven't checked out those Crash Bandicoot titles, we got Diablo 3 on sale, which is I'm surprised we haven't seen any. Well, when it comes to the physical copies, there hasn't been any sales for the for Diablo 4 yet, but I'm hoping that will be happening, hopefully, with Amazon Prime Day. I'm hoping they'll put it on sale. And then we got the Doctor Who game, The Edge of Time. Obviously, Dragon Ball titles are obviously they're going to be popular. Dying Light 2 has got some stuff, DLC bundles on sale right now. Far Cry 5. We have Final Fantasy games. Just to get, these are just some of the many games that you can check out. And they've even got some GTA sales as well. If you're looking to get some like GTA Online for the PS5 or get the cross-gen bundle for GTA 5, they've got those on sale now, which will come back to GTA 5 because there is actually some good news about that on the Xbox side, and you'll see very shortly. NAC 2, Killzone, Shadowfall, surprisingly, that's on sale still. So yeah, really, there's a lot. Like I said, there's a lot. There's also Minefield on sale. A lot of DLC on that been made available. So yeah, you can see a lot of games are on sale right now for anybody who wants to take advantage of all the discounts that are currently on the PlayStation Store. Definitely take advantage of it. There's a lot of good stuff on sale. It's a pretty big sale. Like, look at all these games. Like, all these games are on sale. Insane. This is an insane amount of games that have been put on sale, and it's going to be running until it's basically starting from now until July 19th. So you have until the 19th of July to take advantage of all the discounts on these games that are going to be on sale till then, which is pretty insane. Now, as well as that, we also found out, obviously, recently they released the Final Transmission DLC for Cholesterol Protocol with a new weapon, monsters, types, etc. You can see in the link in the description if you want to take a look at all the stuff that's about this DLC, which is the final DLC for Cholesterol Protocol that's just come out. Also, the Knackered Blade Point, which has been in some cases it's been popular on Xbox. Well, it's finally coming to PlayStation 5 from the 13th of July. You can start playing it, and it's going to be free. It's a Battle Royale title, which will be coming for PlayStation 5 players who are wanting to check out this Battle Royale title, which you can play up to 60 players in a PvP combat, which is pretty yeah, looks pretty decent, but either way, it's available for anybody who, any PlayStation fans who want to check this game out. It's free to play, and it'll be free to play from the 13th of July, for anybody who wants to check this game out. But and also another game that's going to be coming out later this year is Scorn, which has also been a part of Xbox Game Pass for the last year. Well, it's finally coming to PlayStation at the end of the year. It's coming it's coming in the autumn, and they gave us their first look at the PS5 release, and it's going to be supporting DualSense controller when it releases as well. They're also going to have a physical copy, which is a deluxe edition, which will come with a steelbook case, digital art book, and original soundtrack. So this is the physical copy you'll be able to get when it releases on when it does release. Then there will be a digital version as well for you to get, but they will let us know when pre-orders are out very soon if you're looking to pre-order a physical copy of Scorn on PS5. But and also, let's not forget that PlayStation Plus have also got some pretty neat games right now. And notably, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is now free on PlayStation Plus. This is for PS4 and PS5. So if you haven't played the 2020 Call of Duty, which a lot of people say this Call of Duty was a really good Call of Duty. So if you want to, well, especially Treyarch title, if you want to check this out, it's available for free on PlayStation Plus until the end of the month, which is July 31st. So you have until then if you want to redeem it for your PS4 or PS5 if you want to play Black Ops Cold War. Also, Alan Wake Remaster is available, as well as Ending, Execution is Forever, another game that's going to be dropping. And then, of course, they're going to be Obviously, they'll be adding some more games later in the month as part of their Extra and Premium, which I'll be interested to see what will be coming for Extra and Premium because, yeah, I'll be really curious to see what's going to come out of that. But I'm sure we'll get some. There's probably going to be some leaks soon that will tell us what to expect for the second PlayStation Plus update for the month of July. All right, so that is what's coming for that, and there's also a special edition PS5 controller for Ebron James, which they've actually released a special controller, which you can get from the 27th of July in selected markets. And they've even got some PlayStation 5 controller covers as well, which is really nice. So if you want to get your hands on these will be available in well, it's going to be available in the UK from the 27th of July. And you can also get it from PlayStation Direct as well if you're looking to get your hands on this controller, because it does look nice with all the patterns and everything. So that's pretty cool that they've done like a collaboration with him recently. But yeah, so there's some of the stuff that's coming out on PlayStation's end right now. But yeah, in terms of GTA, well, as I mentioned earlier, GTA 5 is going to be relevant because Xbox Game Pass and PC Game Pass are offering GTA 5. Yes, GTA 5 is now available on Game Pass for Xbox One and for Series X and S. So this will be the first time that they've made the new gen version, well, the current gen version of GTA, which is for Series X and S, available through Xbox Game Pass, and you can play it on console or on the cloud. So you can play it now if you want to play either the story mode or the online mode. They should be both available on Xbox Game Pass as we speak. We have Sword and Fairy Together Forever. That's another new game that's just dropped. And then they've got Pixel 3 coming. They've got Comerhood, X Primo, which is a Capcom title that's going to be, which is basically, essentially, this is like a Gambit style game with dinosaurs. That's going to be day one on the 14th of July. We have Technicom, which is going to be another game that's finally coming to console for the first time from the 18th of July. We have The Cave coming out 18th of July as well. They've also released a Barbie themed car to celebrate the Barbie movie that's coming on the 21st of July, which is later this month. They're going to be releasing the movie. But there you go. These are just some of the stuff that's currently DLC wise that you can take advantage of on Game Pass this month. But it's really nice to see that GTA 5 is now available on Game Pass, and you can get the current gen version for Series X and S if you want to play that version of GTA. It's now available through Xbox Game Pass, which is pretty nice. Also, speaking of Game Pass, they also are celebrating anime as well. There's a big anime month on the Xbox store where they're doing 80% off anime on films and TVs, series. They've got some Game Pass. They've got anime games and perks. Just this is all just to celebrate Anime Month, really, for Xbox, because they usually celebrate Anime Month in July. So this is their way of celebrating it. If you want to take advantage of any animes, if you're an anime person. And also, this was also pretty nice coming from Xbox. They've actually done this whole Disability Pride Month celebration where they basically did this really lovely article talking about the fact that they're celebrating Disability Pride Month for July, which is obviously obviously they've got more than 400 million gamers with that disability worldwide, and they're basically honoring that section of the community, which they've even talked to some people who are under that spectrum as well. So you can hear some of their stories here, and then they talk about some updates for Xbox of how they're going to support these communities going forward, and talk about all the accessibility stuff that they've got. And they've even said there's going to be some more announcements coming this fall, so they've got more accessibility stuff coming at the end of the month, in the fall. If you're curious about what they're going to do on Xbox side. But yeah, this is their way of just celebrating disability pretty much, and also celebrating disability pride pretty much. So if you want to read this article, link is in the description. If you want to see this, it's a lovely article that was made by Xbox yet the other day. In fact, it was made yesterday morning, and it's really lovely, and it's really lovely to hear all the commitments that Microsoft are doing for this section, and it's really, really nice. So be sure to read it if you haven't had the chance. Alrighty, so we are going to. We are obviously going to discuss about the fact that, well, this has also been a little concerning for a lot of gamers recently. You may have heard this previously, but the fact that Final Fantasy 16, that's currently now out to the world, obviously the game is out for everybody on PlayStation 5. Well, there's been a situation where some people who have been playing Final Fantasy 16 have been experiencing overheating and crashes on the PS5s whilst trying to play the game, and the fact that it completely shuts down when trying to play the Final Fantasy 16. And funny enough, I've experienced it. I've had this issue as well when I was playing Ratchet and Clank. I know it's been happening to me when I was playing that, and I was also playing Destiny on there, and it happened to that as well. And it's been happening for maybe 3 of my games so far, which I don't know if I feel like that may be I feel like that might be something that hopefully Sony will address at some point, because I think they must be really, really aware that this has been affecting some people on PS5 recently. A lot of people think it's the game performance, but a lot of people reckon it's because of the summer heat, which may be a reason behind it. But yeah, I'm hoping, like I said, that Sony will be able to find a way to address this. I hope, because I feel like it's going to have to be. I think they're going to have to be the ones to figure out a solution, because I don't think Square Enix are going to be able to do much on this front. So I feel like it's going to be under Sony's. I think it's going to be Sony who are going to need to do something to make sure that the PS5 doesn't crash whenever you're playing certain games. And I think they're going to have to find a way around that. And I hope they will, because it really sucks, especially if you're somebody who's excited about Final Fantasy 16 and you want to play, but then you're having all these crashes to deal with, and it's not really it's not a pleasant experience when you're trying to like enjoy a game and everything. So I'm hoping they will sort it out soon. But a lot of people think it's graphic mode, but I feel like it could be more than just the graphic mode that could be to play here. But yeah, it's very interesting that it's very concerning that this has been happening for PS5 players recently. And in fact, it's probably happening to probably a lot more PlayStation players than ever before, which is quite saddening to hear. Um, Also, Canada have decided to question the whole buyout between Microsoft and Activision Blizzard. Yes, they've been. I'll leave that in the description if you want to see that. Also, this was a bit of a surprise. Apparently, one of the developer houses in Ubisoft are currently now making a remake of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. That's currently in early development, and obviously they're yeah, essentially, Ubisoft Singapore are heavily involved in the project, considering they're the guys who are responsible for that game, Skull and Bone, the game that personally I think the game shouldn't really be coming out because at this point, what's the point of this game existing? Because the game's been basically, like I said, it's an it's been having an absolute hell development over the last several months. It's been having a hell development. So I don't know why they're still doing it, but yeah, they're saying that they're working on doing a beta test on PC, but that's about it. And even though it's coming out on console, which I feel like it's not going to come out on console because I don't think it's going to work on console. End of the day, but we'll see what happens. Nevertheless, they are working on the Black Flag remake, and hopefully it's going to do justice. We'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure this is going to be obviously made for the PS. Obviously, it's going to be made for PS5, of course, because obviously they're going to want to make Black Flag available for the PS5 and Series X and S. So definitely expect this to be where we'll see a modernized Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag being released on the being released for the PS5 and Series X and S, which I'm sure that's what it's going to be released for. But I'm sure we'll learn something sooner rather than later in regards to how they're going to go about it. Oh yeah, and then of course recently we've been seeing some price hikes for V-Bucks on Fortnite. They've been having to raise prices recently due to there's been a lot of prices recently. So in terms of from July 19th, they're going to be boosting up the so obviously as you can see here from obviously they're going to be upping one of the pack prizes, which is the engine pack to £3.49. So they've upped the price on that. They've upped the price of another pack that's starting from the 27th of July to about £14. The gifted battle pass is now going up to roughly £7. 1,000 V-Bucks is now going up to £7. 2,800 V-Bucks is going up to £18, and then £50 is 50 V-Bucks, 50,000 V-Bucks is now going up to basically £28 pretty much. And basically the reason behind the reason why they've having to increase prices is because it's less valuable real world currency. They have to basically they basically had to increase it because of the whole cost of living crisis and basically they had to do it because of that, and it sucks. So they didn't want to do it, but they did it. They had to do it because because of the world crisis, obviously, is why they had to do it. But either way, at least they were upfront about it. But either way, that's pretty much what's happening in terms of V-Bucks changes for Fortnite. That's going to be happening as of the next few weeks if you want to see how the prices are going to change. And then, of course, we have Roblox that might be getting a PlayStation version, as Sony is now in talks of trying to get the game on PlayStation, potentially. So we could see a game on that front coming soon. And then, of course, we get obviously, we've had a little hint towards Wow Lang Final Dynasty expansions, which obviously they've just released one of the they're going to be releasing one of the expansions very soon. They've done an article talking about what the first one that's going to be dropping. And then, of course, as well as that, we also have Blade Runner. Obviously, there's been a lot of hype surrounding this Blade Runner 2033 from Aberon Interactive, who are going to be making it for PC and console, for people who want to check that out. Alongside this, we found out that Blade on Gate 3 has been delayed by a week. It's going to be coming out on PC first. It'll be releasing on PC on the well, it's going to be releasing on PC in August, and then it will be releasing on PlayStation 5 and Series X from the 6th of September. You'll be able to play on console if you want to check this out. So that's pretty nice. Then they're going to be releasing it basically the same day as Starfield for people who want to check this out. But yeah, so that's we got those sort of news coming out. Just a few little bits that came out within the last week. But in terms of latest developments, well, here's what we've got in recent development times. So we have that Marvel Spider-Man 2 is going to be getting a reveal at San Diego Comic-Con. There's going to be some more details about the game, so we can probably expect some new gameplay to be released for Spider-Man 2 potentially, starting from the 20th to the 23rd, which is when San Diego Comic-Con is going to be, when we're going to hear more about Spider-Man 2. That will be dropping more information at San Diego Comic-Con at the end of the month, which is pretty nice. Also, Atlantis Fallen has gone gold for August the 10th, which is when the game will be dropping on PS5, Series X and S, and PC. For those who want to check out this title from Deck 13 under the Focus Entertainment umbrella, which is quite nice. We also got a Oh yeah, and then we've also got the fact that PS5 is now offering 100 euros off on PS5 models, which may suggest that a PS5 a hardware revision is coming. The fact that they're dropping the prices of the current PS5 models, as there's been a lot of talk about this, obviously rumored of an untouchable disk drive model that might be launching in September. So obviously they're clearly wanting to drop the prices of the current PS5 models in preparation for a potential revisal. Like I said, in a sort of their way of basically getting ready for a revision hardware for PS5 that's going to be happening potentially at the end of the month in time for Christmas, essentially. But yeah, these discounts in Europe definitely seem to suggest that, yeah, we might be getting a new PS5, some new revisions for PS5 hardware coming soon. And then speaking of Sony, they also want to bring out some more exclusive games for South Korea as well. From South Korea that they want to bring to the PS5 in the near future. Hopefully they will. I think that'll be pretty nice. Also, we found out that Tokyo Game Show is going to be the largest event yet. They've got a lot of a lot of games in development. The fact that Square Enix will be there, Xbox will be there. It'll be from the 21st to the 24th. So if for those who want to see the live streams when they happen, Nicolas Cage finally got a new trailer out in preparation for his playability arriving on console on the 25th of July. If you're happy about Nicolas Cage coming to Dead by Daylight, he's finally coming. There's been obviously a lot of gameplay with him is starting to emerge, so a lot of people are very excited about Nicolas Cage coming to Dead by Daylight at the end of the month. And then also EA Sports, the EA Sports FC, which is the new football EA Sports, apparently has been listed to be launching on the 29th of September for obviously PS4, PS5, probably Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S. It's essentially the new name for EA's football games, where they're going to be offering a standard Ultimate Edition, as you would expect. And obviously, they're planning to do an early access version that will come out on the 22nd of September. And obviously, you can probably expect a 10-hour trial with EA Play to happen. But they do say that they're going to be revealing more about the game this month. So they're probably going to officially announce the release date soon. But yeah, this is something that's been coming out from leakers recently about the football game that not many people really care about, but still I had to mention it. And then, and oh yeah, there's been also a lot of talk about the fact that Rockstar Games may be getting ready to release I guess you could say a remaster or a revival of Red Dead Redemption 1 for the newer consoles. The fact that it got rated recently may suggest that it's going to release on modern consoles. And the fact that we might be getting a reveal in August, that August 2023 could be the earliest time we'll see a reveal for this. But however, though, Take-Two do mention that two editions of previously released titles in 2024. So one of them could very well be Red Dead Redemption that may finally get a release. That remaster that we thought was shelved is now finally possibly getting a release later this year, which would be really, really, I think it'd be quite exciting for a lot of people who want to see Red Dead 1 released on the PS5 and Series X and S, but we'll see how we go. I'm pretty sure it will release on those consoles regardless of regardless though, I feel like it will happen. And then we also have Assassin's Creed Mirage that's got a document looking at the history of Baghdad right now. If you want to see that as part of as part of their campaign to promote the game ready for October. Also, Mortal Kombat's doing a Combat Cash live stream this week to reveal more about the game, where they're going to be revealing more characters and probably some more gameplay of Mortal Kombat 1 in preparation for its release in September. For people who want to get ready for this, obviously. And of course, everyone can watch it. So I have no doubt to believe this is probably going to be the streams that will reveal when the beta takes place for Mortal Kombat. And hopefully we will get the date for the beta because there is meant to be a beta for for everyone that's pre-ordered. So we should be getting some details about that soon for anybody who wants to try out Mortal Kombat 1. And then obviously, there's a new fighter coming to Street Fighter 6 at the end of the month for those who want to check that out. There's also the Valorant, which is a game. Obviously, this is a game that's they just revealed the controller details as they prepare for the 11th of July when it releases on PS5. It's essentially a 13th century style title, or sort of a combat strategy. As I guess you could say it's an RPG strategy action game that's going to be dropping potentially, obviously, be dropping next week. If you want to check it out on the PS5, then you can check it out there. And there's also a new patch for Final Fantasy 16 that's just released as well, where they've made some improvements for those who. But anyway, that's that pretty much. All right, so that is pretty much all the news, really, in regards to everything that's going on, really. Where, I guess we'll have to see if Valorant is going to be getting a console beta. Hopefully it will. Hopefully we'll get a lot of cool stuff. But regardless, though, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I greatly appreciate you guys. I know there was a lot to cover, but I'll catch you guys in the next one, and hopefully, and also catch you with the Destiny 2 news as well, because I'm going to be doing a Destiny 2 news video talking about Bungie Day. Of course, they're going to have a big celebration blog post coming, and of course, the Twin as well. So, see you then.